Hey everybody, welcome to Crooked Chicken. Well, it seems after we got a leak, a bit of a spoiler, after all of the speculations, all the guessing, all the wondering, it has been confirmed, but I'm going to say it's probably unofficially, that Troy is back for Fear the Walking Dead, the final 6 episodes. And somehow a clip got there online, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. It's been out there. It's a full minute and a half, or a little over a minute and a half, giving Troy's intro. So I have mixed feelings about this. I wanted to be surprised. I actually wanted to see it in the episode and get the full experience, but someone somewhere out there leaked out this clip, and it kind of takes away from it. Yes, we always kind of knew in the back of our heads that he was coming back. They were alluding to it, not the most discreet of ways, and just with everything that was going on and just the teases they would giving us and everything, they were not shying away from the idea that he was coming back. And we got this clip, and so it is confirmed. Troy has returned to Fear the Walking Dead, and a lot of people are saying that he is saving his last 6 episodes, because the clip goes on to show him walking in after Madison and Strand are captured, being held captive by these people, and this guy has a sword to Victor's throat saying, "It's not up to me." Not sure what the question was or whatever, but then Troy walks in from the back holding that bag that we saw in the last episode of Season 8A, where he's loading these things into this bag, and Madison's reaction is just, it's not as shocked as you think it would be. It's like she almost knew that there was the chance that he was alive, or she had her suspicions. Someone who you thought you killed, you think she would show a reaction that was more shocking and everything. Just like, oh, what the fuck, how are you alive? But she's just like, Troy. It's like, good to see you almost. It's like, what the fuck is happening? But Daniel Sharman, he comes in, he does his thing, and Daniel Sharman is a tremendous actor. I love him and a lot of different things that he does, and he really owns this character and the villain that he's able to play in this, because we can assume that he's going to be the villain for the last 6 episodes of the series, and maybe he'll get that more permanent death, or he'll just kind of disappear and we'll never see him again. He goes on to say, "Hey Madison, it's been a while," and drops that bag, and we know that bag has that hammer, has Alicia's prosthetic hand that's made from her own hand, and he's wearing the sunglasses and everything, and it's got that map in there probably. Troy goes on to say, "This is not who you think it is," or blah blah blah, and this guy kind of steps in and says something similar, said his name is Anton, he's not this Victor Strand. And somehow along the way, during that time jump that we saw at the end of last season, where Victor was very absent from the first half, he has found this group of people or whatever and taken on a new name, and maybe even taken on a completely different personality and everything. Maybe the whole time he spent as a dictator of that tower and everything really changed him, or who knows what's going on there. But these people that he's got following him, or he's following, or whatever, he has them convinced that he is this Anton. So, and then we know from there how that scene kind of progresses. Maybe it's in showing Madison Alicia's arm and everything. That is what causes her to somehow get free, or maybe they're freed by Troy. But she gets up, she grabs that hammer, and she's going to go after him again. And we see that Strand actually stops her. So it's a big mystery on what their connections are and everything, and what would lead Madison to do this, other than maybe she just has utter hatred for this guy because she knew that she could never trust him, never really bring him into the fold and everything. That's why she tried to do away with him to begin with. So I'm really excited for Troy to be back. I think that his character is pretty pivotal to these last 6 episodes, and I think he will do a lot of good for these last 6 episodes and bringing the series to a close, because a lot of people wanted him to come back, and we all suspected that he was going to be back, and maybe it was our wanting or what have you that made him come back. We're not sure if this is something they had planned all along, but it's great to see him back. He, like I said, he owns that character. He puts his own spin on it and everything. And kind of progressing to that scene, we see that he does have some physical damage from taking the blow to the head with the hammer. Not one, but 2 times. He's got a scar on the side of his head, and he has some eye damage, and we can only assume he's either partially or completely blind in that eye. But it's really exciting to see him back and to see what he'll do next, because he was always kind of a loose cannon and you didn't know what he was going to do, because when he was introduced, he was really kind of a psycho. He's killing these people, studying them, how long they turn, what they do when they turn and everything, if there's any part of them left, and just, he was really just a classic psychopath. And not only that, we got introduced to his family. His family all died. He blamed Madison for it. They lost that big ranch that they had out in the middle of nowhere and everything. It's just this whole big thing. So you have to wonder, is he coming back to get revenge? Because he says that he heard that broadcast. So that was him in the last part of last season, taking down those notes, writing down these coordinates and everything, packing that bag. So you have to wonder, is he back there to simply kill Madison, or does he have some bigger agenda, being that he has Alicia's arm? Is she dead, or is she being held prisoner by him, or who knows? Because we see when she kind of flips her shit and wants to kill him with that hammer, maybe he tells her that he killed her, or he found her dead, or whatever the situation is. Something tells me, though, that for her to have that look of rage on her face, maybe he tells her that he found her half alive or whatever, or he just simply killed her, or he wants to make her think that he did. But it's hard to tell, because Troy was always very sadistic and very manipulative and everything. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to do and how he's going to further his character development and what things that he's been through. Hopefully they kind of have some flashbacks maybe to kind of see how he survived the way he did, because not only was he bludgeoned with a hammer, he was in a dam that exploded. So hopefully they have a good explanation of how he even survived that. But anyways, that is the clip and kind of my thoughts on it. I wanted to get it out there and see what you guys thought. If you enjoyed the video, please leave likes down below. Please leave comments. I want to know what you guys have to say. And as always, if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It would make my fucking day. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.